Hi friends. So I've been dwelling in the book of Job recently because that's where we're at in our read through the Bible in a year. And I just kind of want to share with you a revelation about Job's 3 friends that is kind of blessing me, but also like calling me out on my nonsense. So I'm reading from Job chapter 2, starting in verse 11. Now, when Job's 3 friends, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite, heard about all this adversity that had happened to him, each of them came from his home. They met together to go and sympathize with him and comfort him. When they looked from a distance, they could barely recognize him. They wept aloud, and each man tore his robe and threw dust into the air and on his head. Then they sat on the ground with him 7 days and nights, but no one spoke a word to him because they saw that his suffering was very intense. Now, that they did right. They came and they mourned with him. They tried to come and sympathize with him, comfort him, and they just sat with him. And I applaud them for coming to do that with their friend. But then they opened their mouths. And, Job actually said something that was really funny. He was like, if only you would shut up and let that be your wisdom. He says that in chapter 13 after they've done their speeches, and I think that's hilarious. But I was reading each of their speeches, and, at first they started off good because they were trying to comfort him, and then they opened their mouths and they're like, well, you must have done something wrong because God only punishes the wicked. And it's really sad because if you read their speeches, you see how angry they are at Job, even though he was mourning and grieving and suffering. And then it kind of hit me. I get angry at those who are suffering because I'm like, just turn to God and it'll be fine. Just turn to God and get over it. But I don't need to do that. I don't need to tell people who are suffering, turn to God and get over it, because sometimes we do need to sit with our grief. We do need to turn to God, but He gave us emotions for a reason, and so we don't need to be angry at those who are suffering. And if that's you, you're in the same boat as me, because I get enraged, and we need to pause and remember to cease anger, forsake wrath, and just do what the friends did at the start. Just sit and comfort and sympathize, pray with them. Don't just tell them, turn to God and get over it, because it's not that easy. Well, I hope you're having a good day today, friends. It's just something that kind of hit me today.